All right, it's 2 o'clock. Let's rock and roll. I already just got shook down by the cleaning lady to buy some candy bars for a charity, so here we go. Unbelievable. It's unbelievable. You can't say no.
Yeah, you can.
I don't even like kids, but I don't have the heart.
I had to because I don't carry any cash on me, so I tell her, I guess I'd come back and see me tomorrow.
I bought them, and I said, give the candy bars to these guys, and I pointed to Kenny and David. I go, I don't want those things in here.
And guess what we have?
Did she at least drop them off, or did I get totally played?
No, she dropped them off.
All right. Well, listen. Now, that wasn't a scam, but let me tell you something that was. Last night, and everything that encompassed this LeBron James deal. Now, let me say this at the start, because some of you are so sensitive. It has nothing to do with LeBron as a basketball player. He is either the GOAT or GOAT 1A. And that ain't the conversation we're having. I'll save that. I'll let the people at First Take handle that, okay? I'm bored by it. But let me explain something. And I want to see, and this is perfect because Rico has the day off. I can just speak, and I know at least your judgment will be silent at the other end of it until you call me. Rico would walk out having to listen to what I'm about to say. But I watched the Lakers and Thunder on TNT. LeBron going for the record. Needed 36 to break it. Kareem looked like he was in a hostage situation, being held against his will courtside. But from start to finish, that was one of the grossest sporting events I've ever watched. And it's not old guy yelling at clouds. I want to explain this to you. Last night was a bit of an epiphany for me. My entire career has been made up, centered around the world of sports. And even more specifically, from the time I was a kid, there was a passion about sports and a passion about watching sports, talking sports. I have to tell you, last night embodied everything I've grown to hate about sports. From the ridiculous television pregame that you would think that this was like the greatest thing in history. Meanwhile, the Lakers may not even make playoffs. And all of LeBron's greatness, that team is ass. Oh, by the way, they lost last night. But the pregame where everybody, I mean, it was one big sponge bath after another. Then we go courtside. Oh, my God. I mean, they were just airlifting celebrities into Staples Center or Crypto Center or whatever it's called last night. I mean, you had it all. It used to be, hey, Spike Lee's courtside, he's a Knicks fan. Hey, Jack Nicholson has season tickets, he goes to Laker games. Oh, look, it's Billy Crystal. Fine. Last night, you have people who couldn't identify a basketball with two hands and a flashlight at that game because it's all PR. Oh, look, it's Jay-Z and a glass of wine. Oh, fabulous. Honestly, at first take, I thought Whoopi Goldberg was courtside. I don't know what the hell's going on. Oh. It's ridiculous. The whole damn thing is absurd. So then we get to the actual game. Oh, here's LeBron mic'd up tonight. Here's LeBron. Oh, the cameras are here. Let me talk to my children. Oh, look, everyone has a headband on. Oh, look, he's warming up doing the sky hook. I mean, and you just get to a point where you go, is anything not scripted in sports? Is there anything left for us as fans where we just get to watch the games and form our own opinions, where the games actually mean something? Notice, last night is a critical game for the Lakers. They are chasing the youngest team in the league, the Thunder. They are chasing them. They desperately need these games. That had no place last night. Nothing. Last night may as well have been the Grammys featuring a basketball. And then, as the game goes along, we're just overdoing it where LeBron is doing some of the most basic things on the planet. Okay? Basic. Oh, my God, he hit a layup. But did you see the spin rate on the ball? Oh, he's getting others involved early. It's purposeful. No, it's actually because he started cold, and those were easy looks for dunks. But then you get to the moment where he mercifully breaks the record. Thank God. First of all, why are we stopping the game in the third quarter?
Thank you.
You can do a post-game celebration. I have watched teams win championships, conference championships. They don't stop a game. You do it after the game. Senior day, after the game. Banner raising, after the game. A presentation of an award, after the game. They stop the game. And you're going, are we really doing this? Kareem wanted nothing to do with being there. Nothing. All Kareem wanted was to somehow allow that straw to find his mouth so he could take a sip of his cocktail because he wanted no part of the festivities. I've seen people on death row more interested in sitting in the chair than Kareem was in being courtside last night. But it's all a production. Then after, did you see LeBron's pose? Because after the game,
correct.
What did they have?
The same pose.
LeBron signage doing that exact pose. So here's why I say this. Look, I have worked super hard in my life. I've created a life for myself and my family, and it's been based on sports. And I'll always love sports. But there is a growing part of all sports that I am completely turned off by. And whether it's whatever last night was with LeBron and the record, it is not about his greatness. It's not about his level of play. It's not about whether I would take LeBron on my team right now. Of course I would. He's fabulous. It is just these TV networks and the presentation and just nothing is organic. Last night was scripted like the Oscars. I mean, think about it. Even now, look at what the NFL, look at all the things that turn us off about the NFL. Pay for patriotism. The ridiculous, wear pink. Why? So you can profit and cancer research barely gets any of the money? Oh, look, we're giving some fans tickets. And Roger Goodell is like spraying himself down because he doesn't want to be around poor people. And they're handing them the Publishers Clearinghouse size tickets to the Super Bowl. Nothing's organic. Nothing's real. None of it. Look at the Super Bowl. We're all going to watch. You know what that event is for? Not us. The cheapest ticket this weekend is $10,000. It's our corporate partners. Hell, we can't even watch Selection Sunday without our corporate champions this and diddly do that. And believe me, nobody knows ad sales like I do. But there's certain parts you can't give away. Like this opening monologue is not brought to you by anything other than me. You can't cross certain lines. So, look, I understand the easy button reaction is, oh my God, you're old guy yelling at the clouds. No, I'm not. I want you to think about this because here's the chef's kiss on last night. The shot goes up and not a single person in the crowd is actually watching it. Did you notice what was taking place? Exactly no one living in the moment. Everyone on their phone. That is the saddest statement of not only where we're at as fans, but where we are as people. No matter what you paid to be at that game, no matter what favor you cashed in to get the tickets, that moment is supposed to be lived in, not you staring at your tiny supercomputer filming it. Oh, well, I wanted to you don't need to capture it. Planet Earth was capturing it for you. And better yet, how about you having that memory of that moment for you? Where we have gotten as fans, I mean, everything is about an Insta this or a Twitter that, or I didn't even hold my kid's hand while the moment happened because both of us were on our cell phones because, yes, apparently 11-year-olds have cell phones now. Like the whole thing. I walked away from last night. I was disgusted. Totally disgusted. The behavior of people, the behavior of the network, the behavior of LeBron. Hey, look, we're all in headbands. What are we doing? How about you play the game? And I know I got ripped up last summer because I said the same thing about Jason Tatum having his kid on the floor before an elimination game in Boston. You know what? Dad's at work. Daddy loves you. But Dad ain't got time for you. I don't need Jason Tatum playing patty cake with Deuce on the floor as the Warriors are about to go orbital ramming speed on you again. Save it for when you take the kid to a 10,000 square foot villa in Cabo when you're eliminated. Here's my question. I am willing to be made fun of. It's fine. But I have to believe some of you are vibing with this. I'm 42. I'm not dead. I'm not a 70-year-old. I'm not on the air telling Al Kaline stories. I'm a fan. I love sports. I talk about sports for a living. But there's so much about sports I don't like right now. And watching last night, it was a battle to not hurl the remote at the TV. Because none of it was organic or authentic. LeBron is as inauthentic as it gets. His interactions with his kids, his interactions with teammates, knowing when the camera's on, all of the sales pitches, the way the game was structured, all of it. If you vibe with it, cool. It's your business. But everything top down last night turned me off. LeBron's excellence is unquestioned. It is undeniable. And I have no interest in ever doing a LeBron Jordan show again. I don't care. Because whether you're 1 or 1A, it don't matter. You're an all-time great. And I'm not interested in arguing over what I deem to be a nothing argument. I mean, honestly, it's God and God 1A. They're both pretty powerful. But I'll tell you, as a fan, I don't know how kids are going to be fans moving forward. The way these games are packaged, you root for athletes, you don't root for teams. There's no pride in your city, your town. Athletes don't stick around long enough. And now everything's about what? These meaningless records? Like somehow people are able to celebrate Miguel Cabrera, who hasn't been a functioning baseball player in 5 years. I find Miguel Cabrera's presence here offensive. He's making money for being a cadaver. It's a turnoff. The way it's packaged, it's a turnoff. The All-Star games, turnoffs. The productions of these, the narratives the networks pump in. And then, yes, even in the big moments, no one as fans enjoys them anymore. Last night was a sea of cell phones. It's just like, what the hell are we doing?